nice floor space.
So
You
much,
can do aerobics in here.
so many activities.
Do step class.
It's making my head spin how many activities we can do.
Play army man.
Yeah.
This is how we do it.
Da, 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 da.
Turn to my right, there's a plane on the driveway. If you go around there, there is a runway.
This is an American fridge, and it's as big as my arms. This is the biggest fridge I've ever seen in my entire life. There's no fridge like this in Europe.
When most Europeans book their first trip to America, they're usually thinking about New York's skyline, Hollywood, Route 66, or the bright lights of Las Vegas. They've seen the movies. They've watched the TV shows. They think they already know what American life looks like. So when they finally land in the United States, they're expecting famous landmarks, busy streets, and maybe a few oversized burgers along the way. But for many visitors, the biggest surprise doesn't happen in Times Square or outside the Hollywood sign. It happens the moment they leave the city. The highways become wider. The neighborhoods begin to stretch endlessly into the distance. Houses suddenly sit on enormous pieces of land, each with its own driveway, garage, front lawn, and backyard. Streets are so quiet that visitors sometimes wonder where everyone is. Instead of rows of apartments packed tightly together, they find detached homes standing proudly on their own plots, often looking more like something from a movie than an ordinary neighborhood. That's the moment many tourists realize the America they imagined and the America they're actually experiencing are two completely different places. Some reactions are so genuine that they're impossible not to smile at.
The USA want to adopt me as soon as possible because look at the price of an American house versus a British house. This is an average house in England. 400,000, 3 bedrooms, semi-detached. Look at it. It's nothing special. But then you have a look at the American houses for the same price. This is pretty much the exact same price. Look at it. Detached, 4 bedrooms, and look at the size of that. If that house was in the UK, it would be worth millions. So why is it that Americans practically have palaces for houses? Every time I've seen an American on my For You page, they have got a mansion. They've got the stairs that, take up the whole hallway. It's luxurious. What are we doing in the UK? What are we doing? You can barely get a house here. You have to live in a cardboard box for your first house.
Things in American households that are weird to British people. My British friends, let me know if you agree with these. Let's get into it. Okay, first up, light switches and power outlets inside the bathroom. So in the UK, it's very common for the light switches for the bathroom to be on the wall outside the bathroom. And most bathrooms in the UK do not have a power outlet inside the bathroom at all, except for maybe just a small one for an electric razor. Having a power outlet inside the bathroom is extremely weird to British people because they worry about the close proximity of the power outlet to the water. Which makes sense because, as we all know, electricity and water do not mix. Now, speaking of the bathroom, having just one faucet for both hot water and cold water is also weird to British people because in the UK, it's typical to have 2 separate taps, one for hot water and one for cold water. And I don't just mean 2 separate handles, I mean 2 separate taps. One that only dispenses hot water and one that only dispenses cold water. It's not typical to have just one faucet that mixes both the hot and cold water like we have in American households. Also, having a completely separate room for laundry. So in the UK, most people have their washing machine in the kitchen. It's also not super common to have a tumble dryer in the UK because most people in the UK line dry their clothes. And it's not very common to have a top-loading washing machine in the UK, which makes sense because you can't have a washing machine that loads from the top if it's underneath your kitchen counter. So my British friends, what do you think? Do these seem weird to you? And what other things do you find weird about American homes? Let me know.
Things in American houses that are different to European houses. Number 1, the doors are humongous here. You know how in European houses you can put your towel on the door? This is huge. While we're on the subject of doors, every single door has a lock on it, which I personally love. Plugs have these buttons on them. I'm pretty sure this is off and on. So for example, my hairdryer, if you didn't want to take out the plug, you can just press this button, which I don't really get because there's an on and off button on this hairdryer. But yeah, these are literally on every single thing here. So that's definitely a difference. American houses have this thing. It's not even a normal door stopper, it's literally this spring. Accidentally tripping on this in the middle of the night will wake up your whole entire house. Okay, next, every single house has a pantry. In England, we would just put all of this in our cupboards. Personally, I kind of like this. Every single fridge you see will have water, cubed ice, and crushed ice. Like, that is so bougie. Every single sink has like a machine that grinds everything in the sink. Like, listen to this. I don't know what the purpose is for that, but...
Does anybody in
So your house is pretty nice, but I have a question. Is it true your walls are made out of paper?
No.
Are you sure it's only 10 centimeters wide?
Well, the house is wood and the walls are made of drywall.
Yes, but if I would punch in wall, it would make big hole, right?
Huge, giant hole.
Exactly, and what is paper made out of?
Wood.
Exactly, it's not a stereotype, made out of paper. Wait, what is that? What is this cheese grater looking thing?
Oh, that right there is a vent.
Wait, is this an army radiator?
Yeah, sure. That's where the heat and the air conditioning come out of.
Wow, that is some army engineering.
So, would you like a tea?
Yeah, I'll take a Fairs tea. Peach, please.
All right, 1 tea coming up. So I drink tea every day.
Are you warming my tea up in the microwave?
Of course, that's the best way to do it. All right, here you go.
Tastes great.
The main lights on the switchboard can be dimmed. Look at this. Yo, we need that.
Next, every single house has a pantry. In England, we would just put all of this in our cupboards. Personally, I kind of like this.
By the time most visitors have spent a few days exploring American neighborhoods, something unexpected begins to happen. They stop comparing everything to home. During those first few days, almost every conversation starts the same way. Back home, the roads are different. The houses are smaller. The kitchens are laid out another way. The comparisons come naturally because it's the easiest way to make sense of a new place. But slowly, those comparisons begin to fade. Instead of asking why America is so different, people start asking how it became this way. The surprise isn't just the size of the houses anymore. It's the lifestyle built around them. Suddenly, things that seemed strange on the first day begin to make perfect sense. One traveler admitted he genuinely believed Hollywood had exaggerated everything. The giant homes, the endless suburbs, the oversized vehicles, it all looked too dramatic to be real. Then he arrived. After driving through neighborhood after neighborhood, he laughed and admitted something he never expected to say. If anything, the movies had actually made America look smaller. The roads stretched farther than he imagined. Shopping centers seemed to go on forever. Parking lots looked big enough to hold entire football stadiums. Every errand felt like a road trip compared to what he was used to back home. It wasn't just another country. It felt like everything had been built on a completely different scale.
So, I'm a British person staying in an American house, and I want to show you all the differences that I've noticed so far. Starting with the outside of the house, and first of all, there's this thing, which I can only assume is some sort of air conditioning device. Now, of course, in the UK, if there's one thing we do not need, it's air conditioning. It's cold enough. There is also this sort of dungeon trapdoor, which I am too scared to even touch. Right, okay, let's go inside. Now, for some reason, all American houses have like 2 doors. There's this see-through one, and then the actual door. Another huge difference with American houses are these things. Plug sockets. Yes, we do have them, but you guys have about 4 million. I think you could power a small army with the amount of plug sockets you have in a house in America. And speaking of plug sockets, this is the most shocking thing in the house. Watch this. There's one in the bathroom. You are asking to be electrocuted. Now, American houses have indoor access to the garage. You can just access it from inside. In the UK, we have to go outside to go into the garage, which actually seems a little bit crazy. I'm currently stood in the kitchen. Notice anything missing? They don't keep their tumble dryer and washing machine in the kitchen. They keep them separate in a whole different room. Now, when you think of air conditioning or heating, I always think it's in the walls or in the ceiling. Not in America. They blow hot and cold air out of the floor. Okay, 2 more things, and then I promise I'm done. Their plugs look like this. 2 thin ends and a chunky round one. In the UK, they look like this. So basically, if you're from the UK, bring an adapter. And last but not least, most American houses are made of wood. So one strong gust of wind or a tiny little fire, and it is quite literally game over.
Mansions on the
50,
water.
60 million for this?
Yes, it's the Hamptons.
This little house costs $50 million?
Yes, when you pay 50 million, I pay 60 for that house.
Is that a joke?
No. They're beautiful homes. You're on the water.
Do you know how much money, how Do you know what kind of house you could buy in France or in Europe for this little house? This looks like a house in Albania.
This is the Hamptons. It's on the
This
water.
is not
It's
50
beautiful.
million. This is like not even 1
Well,
million.
you're right. That one's actually 65 million. Look at the price on it.
You can buy a chateau for 60 million
These
in
are
Europe.
mansions. These.
If you enjoyed today's video and would like to see more authentic fan reactions from around the world, we'd really appreciate your support. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and join us.
No, you're good. You can keep them on. That's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want something?
Just some water.
Here you go.
Thank you. Can I take a shower?
Yeah, sure.
Can you please come for a sec? Don't you have a long shower?
No. What's that?
Oh, can I actually use your washer?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool, thank you. Where is it?
Oh, they have a washer in a unit. Yeah, you have to go to the laundry.
Oh, let's go. What should I do?
Did you take your quarters?
I have to pay for it?
Yeah. Wait. Can you please grab trash?
Yeah, no problem. Where should I?
Outside. Just on the street.
Just put it to the street.
Yeah, just on the street.
Got it.
So, do you like it here?
Absolutely.
So, I'm a British person staying...
Raised on sweet tea and Jesus. This place is massive. I'm lost. So much room for activities. I mean, I have to buy a t-shirt. I have to. I got a t-shirt! Sorry, can't hear you over the sound of freedom ringing me. Yeah!
Alright TikTok, what's happening? I've had a lot of people ask me to come to this place. So we made a little pit stop on the way to Florida. I'm gonna show you. Now if you don't know what Buc-ee's is, it's basically a service station, but on fucking steroids. Mate, we're only about 2 hours down. We've got 14 hours to go. But if there is one thing that Buc-ee's is known for, it's the snacks. Mate. We don't have anything like this in England. This one shop is about the same size as Cobham Services in London. I'll give you a better view when I'm outside, but there is literally about 100 petrol pumps. Get some of these. Hello, mate. What the fuck? There's so many. How we feeling, mate?
Florida.
Here we go. 14 more hours. Oh my god. Is this a petrol station?
This is a petrol station.
Never seen so many pumps.
The bald head of his. So I think that Justin looks pretty good. It might be a hair
Too big?
but it'll work unless I can find the right one. What is that, a 7.58? Okay, we're gonna try and see if this one fits a little better.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Right behind me is the world's biggest gas station. Only America can make a gas station an attraction that everybody wants to come and see.
I'm not sure what we're going to expect in here, but let's go see what we can find.
Guys, I wasn't expecting this. It's like its own universe, and we've already gone in on the food.
Oh, it looks so good.
I couldn't help myself. And the guys behind the counter, like, they do a sing-song. What is this place? I could stay in here forever.
It's like Disneyland for adults.
Yeah, it is. It's Disneyland for hungry adults.
Yeah. They even have beef jerky here.
Burritos, tacos, chicken, fries, chips, everything you want. Look at all the jerky. Look at it.
Jalapeno, honey, sweet and spicy.
Oh, you can even get a ghost.
As a fan who's been experiencing things so far here at the World Cup on the ground, I have nothing but positive things to say so far in terms of the way that they've organised it. I mean, obviously there were concerns leading up to the tournament, but I think America's done a great job so far. Apart from the fact that the football's been amazing, I think every city has played its part in welcoming people to the country. I think America's shown its best side, and that's the people. In terms of organisation, the transportation has been great considering they don't have the same infrastructure as Asia or Europe. I mean, getting around to and from games has been easy. Safety-wise, it's been great. You know, you feel protected and welcome, not afraid of law enforcement. So they've done a great job in making people feel like there's not going to be any danger at this World Cup. There's been people in the cities that have voluntarily helped me personally. I mean, there's been times when I've not been able to get to certain places and people have nudged me in the right direction. So I think it shows that people are willing to help here. Cost of living here hasn't actually been too bad day to day. I mean, I was expecting to be tipping like $20 or something crazy. But I mean, people obviously know that it's not the culture back in Europe, and I've just been tipping people here and there that deserve it, you know. So I think they haven't pushed people to be adding on extra expenditure during the tournament. But most importantly, there's just been a great atmosphere around the country. I mean, I've met the most friendly people around the US, not just from America, but from all over the world. From the Cape Verdeans to the people from Curacao, to the Moroccans, to the Ghanaians, to the Europeans, to the Asians. I've made friends with people from countries I never thought I would. So it's been an experience that I'll never forget so far. Thanks to America, everyone's having a great time. And I also think it shows why the World Cup is the greatest show on earth. Because in a world full of diversity, the World Cup brings unity to everyone.
I feel like I've been lied to my entire life about America. Like, I'm in Florida. This beach is insane. Like, just as good as Australian beaches. But if you log onto the news, everything's bad. Everyone's got blue hair. Everything's terrible. It's not. It's absolutely fucking amazing. Are you kidding me?
I'm a Brit living in America, but these are some of the things that are normal to Americans, but a little bit weird for us Brits. Number one, how much Americans love their country. Go America. Number two is that British people think Americans have so much freedom, but actually there's a lot of rules here, including things like HOA. If you leave your decorations up 2 days too late, HOA letter. If you've got something in your front yard that they don't like, HOA letter. Meanwhile, in the UK, your next door neighbour Dave leaves his broken washing machine outside his front yard for months. No one says anything. Where here, you'd be fined. And to add to that, you only have to look at the front yards and everything is absolutely spotless. Everything is very clean. I've never seen a cigarette butt. I've never seen trash on the floor. Another thing that isn't as normal to us Brits, but here in America it's so normal, is all the drive-thrus. I'm not gonna lie, I've become very reliant on drive-thrus now, and I always choose to go through a drive-thru rather than go inside. I think there's this misconception with America, and I'm definitely seeing it with the World Cup, how much people actually are really enjoying it and how much America has to offer. If you'd like to see more videos as a Brit living in America, let me know.
What surprised many visitors most wasn't luxury. It was convenience. The bigger refrigerator, the separate laundry room, the attached garage, the walk-in pantry. At first, they looked like unnecessary extras. But after spending a little time in an American home, they realized these weren't there to impress anyone. They simply made everyday life easier. One visitor admitted she finally understood why Americans drive such large vehicles. Before arriving, she thought pickup trucks were oversized for no reason. Then she saw the wide roads, the spacious suburbs, the long distances between places, and families loading everything from bikes to camping gear into the back. Suddenly, those giant trucks didn't seem so strange anymore. Another visitor said the biggest surprise wasn't inside the house at all. It was the feeling of space. Homes weren't squeezed together. Front yards were larger. Backyards seemed endless. Quiet streets stretched for blocks, and every neighborhood felt open in a way that was completely unfamiliar to someone who had grown up in Europe. Perhaps that's why these reaction videos have become so popular. People aren't just watching tourists discover America. They're watching expectations disappear in real time. Every laugh, every moment of disbelief, every time someone says, "Wait, what is that?" reminds us what travel is really about. Seeing ordinary things through someone else's eyes. The funny part is that very few visitors end up talking most about famous landmarks. Yes, they remember New York. They remember the beaches and the national parks. But when they get home, the stories they tell are often much simpler. They talk about refrigerators that dispense ice without opening the door, laundry rooms bigger than bedrooms, garages connected to the house, quiet neighborhoods that looked like they belonged in a movie. Those ordinary moments become the unforgettable ones because they're experienced for the very first time. Things Americans stopped noticing years ago suddenly become the highlights of someone else's journey. Maybe that's why America continues to surprise so many first-time visitors. Not because every house is enormous or every neighborhood is perfect, but because everyday life often looks nothing like they imagined before arriving. Sometimes, the biggest attraction isn't a famous monument or a world-famous skyline. Sometimes it's simply opening the front door of an ordinary American home. As more travelers continue sharing their experiences online, one message keeps coming through loud and clear. America isn't always what they expected. In many ways, it's even more surprising. If you enjoyed seeing America through the eyes of first-time visitors, let us know which reaction surprised you the most. Was it the homes, the kitchens, the neighborhoods, or something else entirely? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more incredible stories from around the world. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.